And that's the problem with modern
Yeah.
women. You guys think it's a mirror. I like a guy that's strong, independent, has money, is responsible, etc. So if I like that guy must look for the same qualities in woman. That's wrong. We don't look like
Yeah.
we don't look at that.
But that's okay. Communicate. That's why communication is.
Yeah.
Communicate your goals with each other. Like, hey, this is what it is now. Like, okay, I like you. For example, I like you very much. This is what I'm thinking about in future. What do you think? Communication is the key.
But
Why
Yeah.
we don't need to be like really sulking over these things. Just talk about it. Simple as
If I
that.
talk, and if I talk with you,
Claudio, give me
If
one
I-
second.
I think we're losing the point here. What's the actual point?
Daniel, I'll pass it to you real quick. But Lauline, this is the purpose of the podcast, so we can talk about it, which is great, by the way. I love this discourse. But the problem with modern society is if men openly talk about it. Remember in the beginning of the podcast, you mentioned that a lot of men don't like independent women, and you call them insecure. So that's the problem.
I still do.
Well,
Because
that's the point about trying to discuss that we just have different sexual attractions. But in modern society, if a woman speaks about what she wants, that's okay for men. That's fine.
no,
But-
you missed
but
you
if a man
missed one
speaks,
thing.
if a man
When I
speaks
said
up something you
insecure,
want,
I said communication. I said most men get insecure when they see an independent woman, and before they even get to know her, they will break it up because they are not sure if this is the right person for them because there's a lack of communication.
Well,
We don't think
but
that
after-
far.
we don't think.
that far.
That's not.
But
No. So-
whenever when women talk about what they want, I never say, "Oh, those women are insecure." And I'll be like, "Oh, that's what women want." That's because we understand this. But when men speak about what we want, then you will, "Oh, he's insecure." So you.
No,
So
I
Let me
wouldn't.
break this
I
down.
wouldn't. I
So,
wouldn't. I
Lorraine,
would
what-
appreciate. I would appreciate an honest conversation. What they want.
Yeah,
I
but to
wouldn't
get
call
to the
somebody
communication,
insecure.
right? You're calling men insecure in the sense
But you
that
did. But you did. But you said that word. But you said that word.
this is
I'm still saying it. All I'm saying
Oh.
is that, yeah, I have that experience. Like men see somebody like, okay, who's capable of taking care of herself, but before they give it time and effort, they just deem her like, okay, I don't think I can handle it. There's too much going on. So that is insecurity.
Did
And I'm
they
talking
openly
from
No,
a
no.
psychological
No,
perspective.
No, maybe in your mind you're like, "Oh, he's insecure. He doesn't want to deal with it." Maybe he's even. I'm not attracted to that. That's what the thing is. Is I'm just not
No,
attracted to that.
but they say I'm still attracted to you. I still want the attraction part.
No. They'll
But
still have
this
sex with
scares
you.
me.
here's
still
the-
have
here's
sex
the
with you.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
they won't wife you. But they'll.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the
difference.
The
Yeah.
two things about men when they go into the dating market, and hello everyone, is that we categorize women on two different things when we meet you initially: potential wife or casual partner, and that usually is just casual sex. What you're finding is people just looking at you for casual sex, not necessarily a wife. We don't think that far with women in the sense that when we meet someone, we are automatically thinking about long term. We categorize you whether you're a potential wife or just a casual
One night
sex
stand.
or casual
Yep.
link. Yeah. So, in terms of insecurity, I exist in the corporate world. I have a lot of network within the six-figure arena, and I have these discussions with them all the time. The consistency in the theme of what we look for in women is just what Will is saying. Feminine, enjoys being a woman, and as a potential wife and a mother. That's all we look for. We don't have a metric for success in a woman. We don't have a metric for academic studies. We don't have a metric for any financial gain from a partnership, as everyone call it. So in terms of women in general, it's almost as if you're driving this narration of, I need to be strong, independent. I need to have my own career. Are you actually independent though? Because now you have to maintain the responsibility of providing for yourself. Is that true independency? Whereas a good, strong man will provide that independency for you. All right. We will go in.
Really though?
Well, that's what I'm currently doing. That's what the tiers of men that I expose myself to are currently doing. Their wife is sitting at home cooking and cleaning. When they need to go out and buy a new fridge because the old one has died, it's a card. They go out, they buy whatever fridge that they like. They take the kids.
That might just be you or like some aspect of some cultures,
No,
That's
Most
We are in
men.
modern, things have changed in the modern society. Things have
Yeah,
changed
based
drastically.
on women not understanding men.
Agreed.
Also, modern
So
society's
what's
marriage
your
rates are not working.
And I actually like to work. I like what I do. So I want to work. At the same time, if I want to buy a luxury item for myself, I don't want to explain to somebody that, hey, I need this money because I want to buy this $100 cream for myself.
I think you
But I
guys
don't want
watch too
somebody to
many
say,
movies because that's not how it is. Our
Yeah.
financial is
know.
maintained by our women.
I
Well,
don't know
My
about
my whole
that.
finance is maintained by my wife, and I don't even ask her a question.
But that's you. That's you.
I would say this, because I know Lavini said, I think your relationship didn't work out, or I think who else said it? I think it was, I don't know, Miriam said it. A lot of times when you have failed relationships, like you bring that into perspective especially when you come up talking about.
absolutely, yeah.
So you always talk about the extreme, right? The worst case scenario. Is there a scenario
you have to think of worst case scenario, but I'm a very optimistic person by nature, like that's how I am, and that's why I spent almost 10 years in that particular relationship. But what I was trying to say is that so it's good that Daniela has that kind of relationship with his wife. At the same time, like we're talking about finances, there's some kind of budget, right? So if I know that I enjoy working and I enjoy working, I can make extra money. So if I make extra money, I know I can afford this because I want this. I don't have to like really wait for another 10 years to get this. So I don't, and secondly, like I have a hard time asking somebody for money, like even my own father, like I don't feel comfortable saying like, okay, I need like $1,000 because I want to get a few things for myself. Like now I know like there's a budget and we both know like, okay, hey, I'm gonna take, like you can still discuss like, okay, I'm gonna spend this much money, I'm saving this for my birthday gift, I'm gonna spend this much money on this gift for myself. But I don't actually have to ask him, and that's where many problems start. Like what I have seen in the previous society where women were like primarily homemakers, that's what the issue would be. Women would want certain things, and because of the lack of affordability, it may not happen, and there would be this tension, this tussle in the house going on that will ruin the relationship between the partners.
Can I just correct 5 seconds? 85% of the consumer based in the world economic is run by women. They might not get the 85%, but because they are married, they control the finances of the home. They control what car you get, control what the kids are going to school. 85% of consuming base in Europe is 78, United States is 85. Yeah. And you guys control the majority of the money in the household because you do shopping, because that's your decision. That's not the decision of the men usually.
I have slightly different experience.
Can you work while you're pregnant and 3
okay.
years after your pregnancy?
What's that?
Can you work during pregnancy and 3 years after pregnancy?
I missed the first part of that. I only
No,
heard
it's just a general question.
No, he said,
can you work during pregnancy, the full term, and also 3 years after?
I mean, personally speaking, coming from a mother who did actually work in the Air Force while they were pregnant with my brother, like women, like we take pregnancy like a smack in the face, like nothing ever happened. Like we take that shit like bad bitches. Like
but you have more
we
risk
still
of
have we
miscarriages.
still need to have maternity leave because that is just what's fair and what we need for like
it's a new birth,
maturing a baby. Yeah.